busy with those.
Bob, we got paint for the Nebo today.
You did?
So I'll fix it up. We are good. I'll take
Okay.
care of that.
Okay.
I'd like to call this caucus meeting to order. Looking for a motion to dispense with the reading of the regular minutes of the second regular meeting dated Wednesday, April 22nd, 26, except prepared by the clerk. Got 4 pieces of communications. Questions or comments on our communications? If none, mayor's report, Mayor Miller.
Long one today, but I'll read quick. Cleanup day. I think you guys have all these flyers. There's a million flyers going around. We've been posting them. This year's cleanup day will be held on Saturday, May 30th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Struthers Street Garage. We'll be collecting tires with no rims for $1 each from residents only. Southside Recycling will be collecting electronics and appliances, but no TVs. There will also be a Habitat for Humanity truck there for furniture donations. The Sista Hauling and Dumpsters will also have a dumpster as well for any large garbage items. Big Boy Locomotive Visit. I know we touched on this last week. The city will be hosting the Big Boy Locomotive on July 12th from 11:30 to 12, and plans have begun. This may be the biggest event our city may ever see, and we will have more detailed information soon. We had a meeting on Monday with department heads and a couple of our business owners downtown. We seem to have a good plan. We'll have maps and everything out as soon as possible, because the more information we get out quicker, the better that's going to be for everybody. Music and Moth Eat. We have posted the Music at Mothy flyer on our social media and website. Thank you to Aqua for sponsoring this series again this year. Struthers Spring Garage Sales. This spring's garage sales will be held on June 5th, 6th, and 7th. Please contact my office to add your name to the list or click the link on our Facebook page. No permit is required. 5th Street Safer Routes. We've invited the public and stakeholders to view the proposed safety improvements along Pole and Struthers Road and 5th Street to provide comments. This project is designed to improve safety for students walking and biking to school. The project will include new 7-foot wide sidewalks on the east side of Pole and Struthers Road from Beechwood Drive to Poland Avenue, an 11-foot wide shared use path on the east side of 5th Street from Poland Avenue to Elm Street, and additional traffic calming elements such as curb bump outs, street trees, and speed cushions from Elm Street to Midlothian. The proposed path will replace the existing sidewalk. The project will also include curb reconstruction along the limits of the path, as well as new drive aprons, pavement markings, raised crosswalks, and minor storm and sewer work. Comments and questions and concerns may be provided by visiting the link on our website and social media. Comments are requested and due by May 23rd. We've had a lot of phone calls about this. We've been talking. I have a couple more meetings next week to go out. So just a lot of questions about what's going to happen. But I think we've done really good answering all those, and we had a lot of great comments from this as well. And we've been trying to get it out there as much as we can. We posted on social media a few times. We've sent it through our text.my.gov, but that's going to close up next week. Struthers Unleashed. Struthers Unleashed will host their sausage sale on Saturday, May 16th from 11 to 4 in front of Ace Hardware. Dylan's House. Dylan's House will celebrate the opening of their new home for individuals on the autism spectrum with a ribbon-cutting ceremony on Tuesday, May 19th at 11:30 at 548 Judith Lane for anyone who can attend. Pollinator Palooza. We would like to thank Mahoning County Soil and Water Conservation for including the City of Struthers and Council President Mike Patrick in their second annual Pollinator Palooza. The passion for pollinators, native plants, conservation, and community education were very much appreciated. Rotary Fly the Flag. Not all the flags have been put out. More flags will be put up this weekend. If you don't get one this weekend and you paid, let them know. Any flags paid by Friday, May 15th should be put out before Memorial Day. If they received your payment after the 15th, but before June 3rd, your flag will still be installed by Flag Day. Struthers Rotary Garden Club. We would like to thank the incredible group of hardworking members of the Garden Club for cleaning up the downtown city sign. And also at Grimm Park, they also planted knockout roses that were donated from an American Bloom nursery. They also tidied up the City Hall rain garden. AMVETS placing flags. AMVETS Post 44 will be replacing flags on our fallen heroes' graves at Lake Park Cemetery at 9 a.m. on May 16th. They're looking for volunteers. Please contact them if you are available to help. And the Christ Our Savior Parish will hold their next food pantry on May 18th at 9:15 at the Great Hall. There will be no food pantry on Memorial Day.
Okay, is there any questions for our mayor?
I just have a question. On the safer routes to school, well, safer routes, have we talked to the middle school about what their parking plan is?
Yep, we've met with them.
Any ideas yet?
Yeah, we're gonna post all of that, but it's gonna be after the 4th of July of next year, will be
Okay.
construction. So they're already, we have a great relationship with the schools. Pete Perone came in and we talked with him, and I think they're excited to have a safer routes for the kids. They even talked about installing some, bike racks. But yeah, that's all the bump out is still gonna be there, but there will be no parking on Fifth Street. So those cars that park there to pick up on Fifth Street will have to go somewhere else. So we have a couple ideas, but they're gonna work it out. They're gonna talk with their principals and their staff and see what they can come up with. But they are aware, I think they're more excited that the kids are gonna have a safer way to get to school.
Perfect, thanks.
Any other questions for the mayor? Report of standing committees.
Finance and legislation on May 20th, at 6 o'clock to go over pending legislation.
Any other committees? Okay, we got 4 pieces of legislation. Any questions, comments on our legislation? Unfinished business? Just a reminder, I had mentioned to Jan and John Brown of the AMVETS, she was not able to prepare her request for the usual $150 for Memorial Day. So even though it might come after the fact.
Reimbursement.
Yeah, and what it is for like the wreaths and incidental supplies like that to, perform the ceremonies for that day, okay? So it may come after the fact, so, be prepared. New business. John, you have anything for us? Questions, comments for law director? Anthony's not here, but he gave a report. Who?
I can read it if you want
Oh,
me.
yeah, go ahead.
Honorable members of council, currently resurfacing for the 2025 paving project has begun on Bob Scene Way, and it is almost complete with the concrete section. Roadway resurfacing will begin here in the coming weeks with the rest of the paving to be completed. But he sent me an update on the way here, and we got the email, Bob Scene will be completed next week. They're gonna mill on Tuesday and Wednesday and pave Thursday, Friday. The rest of the streets are on for the week after Memorial Day, weather permitting. So they should all be completed by the end of May. The downtown safety project is slated to begin this July, and once the start date is final, I will let everyone know. This will be the start of many projects to come within the city to improve safety throughout the city. With many ongoing projects and improvements throughout the city, we ask all residents to take caution in work zones. We also ask and would appreciate all residents to do their part with property maintenance with spring and summer fast approaching. Our code enforcement is out working on property maintenance and will continue to check properties daily to keep in compliance. The street department is currently wrapping up their 2026 street sweeping and beginning their summer work. The guys are working tirelessly, getting caught up on grass cutting throughout our city on nuisance lots and city lots while dealing with this rainy season. They will also be out fixing potholes and doing their summer tree trimming work as well. Our wastewater department has been working through their busiest time of year with these incredible rain events. The crews are out cleaning lines and doing studies throughout the city to determine how they can best approach any flood risk areas. Lastly, I would like to thank our police and fire departments for their hard work as we go into our summer months. Keeping our kids safe and always responding in a timely fashion is vital, especially this time of year. Everyone, please make it to our beautiful parks this summer and enjoy all the activities that will take place.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Is there any questions, comments for the mayor that needs to be directed to our safety director?
I saw something on the news about the stop order on new construction in Boardman and that because of the water coming into our plant. Is there any, can you elaborate on that at all?
That's what we discussed.
Yeah, but I thought they said something about maybe suing
I don't know that.
on the news.
I don't know if
I wasn't sure, I was kind of listening from far away.
I'd have to see it. I know there was a news broadcast that got brought
Yeah.
out, but I don't remember that. I
I
know we
know
have a
that the
meeting with the
county's
county.
upset that we put that stop order on new
Mhm.
construction, and I thought they said something about retaliating against us for some
I
reason.
didn't hear that. I don't know, but I know we have a
I
meeting
meant
with
to
them
ask
coming
you
up
last
soon,
week
cause we're
about
going over
that.
that contract. So we
Okay.
got everything back from the attorney, so we'll be going and meeting
Okay.
with them.
Okay,
But not that I've heard. Maybe I didn't.
well, I
see
might
it.
have heard it wrong as well. I know they're not happy.
Yeah, neither are we.
Well,
That's,
But we have to get our flows down, right?
they have to get their flows down.
From us, yeah.
Yes.
They want us to be at 60% or something like that, 65%?
So they pay 64.5%.
I mean, our flow rate, because we're at, in the 90s right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
And-
that's
and,
why-
Mark said he wanted to get it down to about 60.
60%.
Yeah.
And they're doing a lot of work right now. They're prioritizing the Burgess Run project,
Mm-hmm,
to take some of the flow off of us. So that's gonna help tremendously. But there's other projects that they have to do, even through the EPA, that will take the flow off,
Okay.
some of the flow off of us. But we have nowhere to put it.
okay. I was just wondering.
But I know one went out the same, there was a news broadcast the same day that the Pullman Library,
Yeah,
so it didn't
Yeah.
get,
okay, I was just wondering.
but we are overly on top of it. That's even a word.
Anything else? Okay, we'll have Mr. Phil Purrier here. Hopkins, Phil, do you wanna say anything now, or?
Yeah, I'd like to, share the partnership agreement, if you could pass those down. The partnership agreement, and before I did that, I just wanted to run down, we're in the midst of the application period for the 26 grant that will start in early 27 and go through, 29, April of 29. So, we've had a partnership for the last 10 years at least, where Mahoney County's been the lead, in partnership with Campbell and Struthers. And I've been the administrator of that, and if you guys are, happy, that's why I put on top the 2024, grant, the money that we've spent. You guys are, between us, you guys get an extra $100,000. Alone with you guys would be eligible for 200,000. Campbell the same, and Mahoney County 300. As a group, we're eligible for 3, 3, and 4, and that puts you at about 182,000 with the soft costs or the program income that you guys had on hand. It's 174,000 without that, which that program income will be zeroed out now because we've spent it now at 387 Maplewood. So in the coming grant, you'll have 174,000. I try to spend all that in your area, and as you can see on the rehab section at the top, we spent $183,935 on rehab in your area. So you're plus $1,386 that'll come out of the balance of the grant. In the repair program, you guys were eligible for $90,000. We spent $98,135. I always told you guys I would try to go above and beyond, since you guys get the smaller share. But that's where your money's gone. I always try to pledge it. So the back section is the partnership agreement. And it outlines all of our roles. Your role is to promote the program. My role is to implement the money that comes in and find the homes and your referral and put the projects together and get them bid out and spent and cleared and those type of things. So I just want to put that in your hands and let you know that we want to be the administrator again. If you guys are okay with that, we have our audit coming up at the end of May, the 4 days after Memorial Day. That they'll look at our 2022 grant to determine if we're eligible for 2026 or if we're going to get cut. I know several years ago, Struthers got cut, Campbell got cut the following year. But since we've taken over in 2015, actually 2018 is when we actually took over, but we were partners in 2015 with CT running your half and us running our portion. But we haven't had any major findings, anything like that. So if you'll have us, we'd like to continue being the administrator of the grant. It pays for my staff. You can see that there's soft costs attached to these. At the end of the big box, middle big box, soft costs for each project, you know, that includes lead inspection risk assessment, that includes, combustion testing that's done by MyCap for us, a private, third-party lead inspection risk assessment, mileage from my staff, all the other, testing, mold testing, radon, stuff like that we do in each of these rehabs. And the same thing for the repairs. It's always a little smaller for the repairs, but sometimes it gets larger. Mileage, time, all that type of stuff. Cost allocation with the county. So out of that 182, we spent 32,000 on soft costs for those three projects and 18,000 for the repairs. We got to 6. Our ask was 3 for rehab in our proposal, and I think we were at 7 for the repairs. We got to 6, but we don't get hurt in our next application for falling short as long as we spend the money in a timely fashion, meet all our benchmarks for that. So. If there's
Right.
any
If I could
questions,
say,
comments?
I personally, from my office standpoint, you are a vital part of this. I don't know that we have the staff or the capability of the administration of this whatsoever. This is something a lot of our residents rely on. We start taking names and a list just so we can let them know when it comes out, as soon as it's done. So we already have a list in,
For the next one?
yes, because sometimes this is the only program that they qualify for, and we have people literally waiting for this to be announced. So we appreciate.
Why would we entertain even doing that? Phil's always, you guys have always been a great partner to us.
Yeah, there's really the only game in town right now. No one else is probably coming for this, because we do have a lock on it, but.
Either way.
But there's no consulting firms that, because the county has to get it, so they would have to really talk it out of our hands. I got some new responsibilities at the county with the reorganization that's going on, but we're still in good hands. I'm still over, this and the lead grant and stuff like that. Incidentally, if you see the last column over there, not only, did we spend 182,000 or 83,935 on the rehabs, we spent an additional 52,247. 9,602 of it was yours, but my lead program, we put in 40,765 in the 1880 as well. So we don't just look to see what we can do with this program. We look to see how we can help them in total, and therefore, you know, we try to get them into as many programs as we can. And this particular time, we didn't couple any of your repairs with our lead program, but I know in the previous grant, the 2022 grant, we did do that and spent almost $60,000 in lead along with the rehab money. So we try to stretch our dollars at the same time as we try to spend yours properly. So.
And most recently, we ran into an emergency situation with one of our residents, and as I do, I call everybody freaking out, hey, can you help, hey, can you help? And he was able to help a resident very much so, found some emergency funds, and that does not go unnoticed.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Anything else? Motion adjourned, Caucus.
Make a motion.
Second.
Okay, Caucus